and she said it was confidence. Everybody needs confidence, she said. And that's exactly what I'm going to give them this morning. So let's put our hands together for Maxine Nisbet. She's even going to strip for us.
No, I'm not at this age. 30 years ago maybe, but not now. Right. Oh, I'm not going to get back again. Good morning, everyone. Madam Ponti's chair. I'm only going to speak for 5 minutes because I'm only the warm-up hat. I was once young, and now I am not. And because I kept breathing, to this age I've got. I now have a gold card and all buses are free, but the skin on my neck doesn't please me. Many years of living are now gone and done, and I now think differently to when I was young. And I've realised something, perhaps you already know, the sobering truth that confidence grows slow. Confidence, not a gift, it has to be earned by sweating and effort. Well, that's what I've learned. And no matter how scary the trying may seem, we're on the right road to achieving our dream when by working and developing our skill, yes, we can get more confident if we have the will. So confidence, yes we can, yes we can. And I looked up what it means in the dictionary. Here it is, don't you love it? Freedom from doubt, who'd like that? Belief in oneself and one's abilities, oh yes please, I want it in buckets. Assurance, sureness. And confidence is a state of confident hopefulness that events will be favourable. So I suppose I could say that I began building my confidence in 1981. Now this is decades before I'd ever heard of Toastmasters. It was when I started my training to become a jazzercise instructor, and I was excited. This is what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to get on a stage in front of people and lead others in this very exciting program. And on the first day of training, I began to build my confidence because I found out very swiftly that I was not the sort of trainee they were looking for. In fact, I was the dead opposite. I had nothing going for me. I was skinny like I am now, sparrow's legs. I was a smoker, so I had a cough. I wasn't fit. I'd never played sport, and I couldn't move for Dixie. And when they put us in front of the mirrors and forced us to look at ourselves, saying to us, we want you to learn to move like swans, gracefully, and have large, beautiful moves. I looked at myself in the mirror and all I could see was some sort of fledgling sparrow in a fit. My knees were going in all directions, my elbows were jutting out. I couldn't have led anyone in any exercise program because even I didn't know what I was going to do next with my moving. And that is when I began to build my confidence because I went into fear. Buckets of it. Suddenly, I was afraid. I had nothing that was needed to do what I wanted to do. And that was the start of 3 months of hell. Every Saturday I'd be turning up at the Jazzercise Centre, forced to get back in front of the mirrors and confront myself with all my sins. And then after the workshop I would go home practicing, trying to get better. And eventually, after 3 months, I must have done something right because they gave me my certification and I went out to Auckland and I began teaching jazzercise classes. In fact, I taught quite a few classes all around here, but none of you would have been born so many years ago. So by the time I got out, what are you saying there? You're my age. watch your mouth. I couldn't say, my turn. My 5 minutes of glory. Where was I? So I got out and I was confident in front of class members, but did I have confidence per se? Like hell. For the next 20 years, every time I tried to do something new, develop my own program, maybe get a job in a more upmarket gym, back to the same thing, developing my confidence, which meant fear. Because I think that's where we start, with fear. Oh, and here's something else too. You know that saying your grandmothers say, if anything is worth doing, it's worth doing well. Well, I don't agree with that, because I really believe if anything is worth doing, it's worth doing badly while we learn to do it well. And ain't that what Toastmasters is supposed to be about? I think Ralph Smedley had something going for him when he came up with that idea. So, all these years later, have I arrived? Do I have unbreakable confidence? No, but I have built a bank of it, and it takes a lot more to send me into that fear than it used to. So, my belief now, after all these years, our road to confidence can begin with fear. But the real thing is, we are building it every time we stand up, every time we try. I've got the yellow light, so I'm about to stop. So to all you contestants, I'd like to say, it's not really about the competition today. It's about building your confidence. That's what you're doing. And I'd like to tell you something too. You must be a contestant. Do you know what I found out about this competition just before I came on?
What you found out?
They've only got one first place. I don't think that's very nice. I think everybody should come first. Then we'd be building our confidence together. And on that note, before I get the red light, I'll say all the very best to you. And this is Toastmasters. Thank you very much.